Today, we're reporting important news to you before it actually happens. How crazy is that? We try to get this stuff to you as soon as we can. There is going to be a rule change published on Monday, so 2 days from now, but we have an advanced copy through some of our connections with the American Immigration Lawyers Association. So we want to bring you this important information about changes to fees through for USCIS-based cases. And so some of the fees are going to be increasing, some are going to be decreasing, and I'm going to explain exactly who's affected and who's significantly affected, and most importantly, how to avoid paying the government more money. So there's still a way to get around this if your case type is affected. So listen to the end and I'll go over all the important details. I have my notes here with me. So I'll go right to it. I'm not in my lawyer costume today. I mean, I know you guys probably think we just live in our suits all the time, even on Saturdays, but really we don't. And I didn't take the time to stop and do that. Anyway, so a couple of fees are actually going down slightly with the filing of I-129Fs, which is the first step of a fiance visa. Those are actually going down by $25, so you don't have to worry about that if that's your case. I-130s, which are family-based petitions, will be going up slightly, either by $15 or $25 in cost. So it's still negligible. One interesting feature that we saw in this particular fee schedule is it's the first time that we're actually seeing the government distinguish pricing between online filing and paper filing. So I think USCIS thought that we would all start doing online filing for convenience, but because we had so many issues sometimes with their online filings, a lot of law firms have avoided doing that en masse just because we're seeing weird things come out of that. So now they're trying to bribe you by offering, $10 less in fees if you filed online. So I think it's heading in the right direction. As long as they are processing things correctly online, I'm fine with that. But it's kind of an interesting policy move. We're seeing a small decrease of $10 on adjustment of status filings, but more significantly, if you file, currently the way the fees work, if you file a child of a certain age, a minor, with an adult, there's a less price, but they're actually increasing it so they're both the same price now. So that will affect people who are filing with multiple children on an adjustment of status. There's an $80 increase on I-601s, which is a type of waiver of grounds of inadmissibility. If you have some kind of criminal history you need to overcome, or undocumented presence or things like that, then that might affect you. For people who are filing specifically provisional waivers, an I-601A, that's going to go up significantly to $330. And so it'll end up being $960 for that form instead of $630, which is what it is currently. Waivers for people who have had J visas and have to waive the 2-year foreign residence requirement are actually, that cost is going down by $415. That's probably because a lot of times they don't really do much at USCIS because the Department of State has typically already made that decision by the time the file gets forwarded. There is an increase in some types of work permits of $140, except for DACA. Work permits won't be affected there. And let's see, green card printing for people who are coming through consular processing or through like spouse visas. That's actually going down by $30. So instead of paying $220 for your green card fee, you'll be paying $190. Biometrics fees across the board. A lot of times you pay the form fee and a biometrics fee for most things. And currently that's $85. It's actually going to go down to just $30, but the form increased, so it's kind of like doesn't help you out a lot. But most importantly, the most important thing on this list for my particular clients, our clients at Corrado Pastrana who are marriage-based clients, would be that the naturalization fees are going up significantly. So currently the naturalization fee is $640 and then plus a biometrics fee for a total of $725. It's actually going up by $530 additional dollars. So that's not fun. So here's how you can avoid paying an additional $530 if you're fortunate enough to be in a position where where you're eligible to apply for naturalization. So the thing about all of these fee changes is that they don't actually take effect until October 2nd. So you want to file as far as you can ahead of that date to make sure that you safely get your application filed before you have that additional fee, certainly if you're in one of the categories that has a significant increase. Now, as long as you have the application to USCIS by that date, they should that would be the right fee. The prior fee would be the correct one. But I want you to keep in mind that it's definitely happened sometimes when people file their applications that some little thing isn't quite right and USCIS bounces it back. So what we tend to see around times when there are fee increases or fee changes, because some of these are decreases, some of them are increases, is that it creates a little bit of chaos when people are trying to file like the couple of days before the fee changes or even a couple of weeks before. And then if USCIS processes your case and something's missing and they reject the filing, then you'll have to pay the different fee and things like that. So even if you get it in time, if it turns out you didn't have everything that they properly accept the filing, it won't be accepted. So it's nice if you can give yourself some lead time so that even if it's rejected, you could still resubmit it before that October 2nd deadline. So I would say especially if you're able to apply for naturalization, you'll want to get that in ahead of that time, because nobody really just loves to pay the government an extra $530 when it's already, fairly expensive. So I should say it's only $520 increase if you file online for naturalization. So that's the news. I don't want to drag this out. We will be discussing this more in our group, our Facebook group, Immigration for Couples, questions people have about this. Sometimes you can work around the fee increases and sometimes you can't, but we just want to definitely give you the heads up right away that that's what we're seeing right now. And let us know if you have any questions.